So today we are going to be doing my top 10 favorite eyeshadow palettes that I love to use in the fall. Fall is like my favorite season, well, one of my favorite seasons. I love spring, I love fall. I also kind of love winter in a weird way. If you like this video and you would like to see some more content from me, click the subscribe button down below. And yeah, let's jump into my faves. So the first eyeshadow palette I'm going to show you guys is from One Size. This is from the Patrick Star brand. I love this eyeshadow palette. I believe it's currently on sale on the Sephora website right now. And y'all, this has become one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. I purchased it when it was on sale. I think it always goes on sale. And again, like I mentioned, it's on sale right now. But y'all, like, just look at this. Just look at her. I don't want to blind you guys with the mirror, but y'all, like, it has literally all the neutrals you could possibly need. It has some really nice transition tones in here. And then obviously I love blingy shades. I love shimmer shades on my eyes. As you can see today, I'm wearing shimmer. I love glitter. The more glitter, the merrier for me. And these shimmers here are just so bomb. Like, they're so amazing. I love this eyeshadow palette. The formula is chef's kiss, chef's kiss. I feel like this eyeshadow palette didn't really get the love that it deserved. I feel like it launched and then everybody just kind of forgot about it. But I love her. Like, she's beautiful. She is filled with neutrals, filled with beautiful shimmers. And I love using this for the fall. And it's an awesome everyday palette as well. And again, the formula is just so awesome. And I love this eyeshadow palette. I love it. So let's talk Too Faced. Too Faced is one of my favorite brands. I love some of their eyeshadow palettes. And the eyeshadow palette that I'm currently obsessed with, or that I really love using in the fall time, is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. Now, y'all, I don't believe this is on the Sephora website anymore, but I do think it's on the Too Faced website. I looked yesterday and it's on there, and it's currently 20% off sale or something like that. They're having a 20% off sale. So girl, if you can grab this eyeshadow palette, go ahead, grab it, because it is just so pretty. I'm not gonna blind you guys with the mirror, but y'all, just look at these shimmers. Like, these shimmers, it's just so pretty. The formula is bomb. It smells like chocolate. It's just so pretty. I'm obsessed with this eyeshadow palette every time I use it. Like, my favorite shades to use are Classy and Sassy, which is like this pink right here. I'll give you guys like a quick little swatch. I love like this green. This is called Holla for a Dollar. Holla for a Dollar is just so pretty. The shimmers are just so creamy. It is easy to use. I actually used this matte the other day. This is called Cocoa Truffle. I love popping that into the crease. Again, these shades are just so creamy. The formula is so creamy. The shades are so beautiful. There's nothing bad that I can honestly say about this eyeshadow palette. I love using this in the fall. I feel like you can also use it in the summer, but I feel like because of these deep plums and the deep green and the black and just like this deep emerald here on the corner, it's just bomb for fall. So if y'all have this eyeshadow palette, pull her out, because girl, she is bomb. By the way, you guys, I will make sure to leave links to all the products that I'm talking about in this video down in the bottom bar for you guys. That way, if you want to like grab something or you want to shop something, the link is just down below for you guys. So this next eyeshadow palette was limited edition. It's no longer available, but I cannot not bring it up for my favorite eyeshadow palettes that I love to use in the fall time, because it's just, I just feel like it's a cult classic. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, this is the Dose of Colors eyeshadow palette. I believe this was a collaboration with Desi and Katy, and y'all, the packaging alone is just the green, the blues, like, this gold, this I think this is like a pink rose gold, and the mattes are just so pretty. I just feel like this is a perfect fall time eyeshadow palette. Like, let me show you guys some swatches. The formula is bomb. This came out quite a few years ago, but I promise you, like, the formula has not switched up on me. It still works so beautifully. I use this all the time. I just can't help but like reach for this because it's just so beautiful. The formula is just so amazing. The shade range, it just has everything a girl needs. Like, anything and everything a girl, a person, a tree, a plant, a puppy, anything that you need, girl, this eyeshadow palette's got it for you. So this is one of my faves. If you have this eyeshadow palette, use it please for the fall, especially in the fall time, girl. Use this because I love it. All right, next up, Huda. So Huda Beauty, she's always got the game on lock. Homegirl know what the game's about. She just Huda, I love Huda Beauty. I use something from the brand all the time when I'm wearing makeup, primers, eyeshadow palettes, girl, anything, mascara, eyeliners. Huda Beauty just got the game on lock, okay? So this next eyeshadow palette I love. This is one of the older eyeshadow palettes. I believe this came out last year. This is the Khaki Haze eyeshadow palette from Huda. This is her 9-pad. This is her 9-pan eyeshadow palette. Y'all, I kill this. Every time fall comes around, I see this eyeshadow palette and it just like, my soul just lights from within because just look at the colors. Look at how pretty. I'm obsessed. Like, I'm obsessed. Y'all know this eyeshadow palette is just like, look at it. So here's the thing, right? I love the shades in here. Like, I love the color scheme. I love that I have some greens. I love that I have some browns. I love that they like are neutrals. Like, I love that it's a nice little mix. However, what I don't like is that the formula can be a little bit finicky. So for instance, like this green sometimes can get a little bit like, what's the word, like muddy on me, and I don't like that. And sometimes the shimmers too, like I'll swatch one of these shimmers for you, but it's like the shimmers, they're cute, but then what happens is sometimes like they'll cake up on my eye, especially if I'm using like a different kind of primer. It'll like cake up on my eye, and I don't know why that happens, but when this like eyeshadow palette decides to like work and when it decides to bang, it bangs. Like, it's bomb. It's bomb. So y'all, I love this eyeshadow palette for a fall look. It's just, it's life. Again, love-hate relationship, but I love it. I have two eyeshadow palettes from ABH, both collaborations. I'm wondering if you guys can guess which one I love the most. But clearly the first one that I have to mention is from Jackie Aina. This is her collabo with ABH. I am just obsessed with this palette. The holograph first on the packaging is just everything. Like, come on, sis. Come on, sis. Okay? And then when you actually take a look inside the eyeshadow palette, it's just. And I don't even mean to hype Jackie like that, because you know what I'm saying? Like, Jackie is the queen. She is. And I'm not trying to give her props over nothing, but like, girl, she really did that with this. Like, she really, really did that. One of my favorite shades to use in this palette is Lituation. This like smoky taupe purple. It's just, it's so good. I love. I'm shocked I didn't use it today on my eyes, because I love this. This is like everyday, beautiful, just sexy, sultry. I love this. I also love the pop of colors here, because I feel like you can get away with doing color in the fall. I love doing like purple in the fall. So I feel like this is perfect for like color and neutralness in the fall time. Like, I love this. I just love it. I stand for Jackie with this one. She did that. She did that. So next eyeshadow palette is from Amrezy. Is there a theme here? Do I really like glittery, just in your face packaging? I think that's just my thing. I just love glitter, like, clearly. So this is from Amrezy. I love this eyeshadow palette. I love this eyeshadow palette. Now granted, I feel like I haven't used it enough, and I don't know why. I feel like I like to use this in conjunction with a lot of other eyeshadow palettes, like, but I feel like this is in my, but I do use this on like a regular basis. So every day I might use like 1 or 2 shades from this eyeshadow palette, because I just think it's so beautiful. Now this is like an everyday eyeshadow palette with some pops of pinks, some pop of blue, and I just love this. I feel like this can work on various various skin tones, and also including deeper skin tones. And so I just love this eyeshadow palette along with the packaging. I feel like it was made for me. I know I said that I'll only be showing you guys 10 eyeshadow palettes, but I'm gonna throw this one in here, so it's technically 11. Shh. but I had to show you guys this eyeshadow palette because I just felt like I needed to mention it, because I do love some shades from this eyeshadow palette and I like to throw them on my eyelids from every now and then. So I had to show this to you guys. This is from Urban Decay. I know, this is the Urban Decay Naked Heat eyeshadow palette. Now, you would think that with this eyeshadow palette, because of all the warms that are in there, so the warms that are in here, just look at how warm that is. Like, oh, this entire side right here is just life. No one talks about this eyeshadow palette anymore. I don't know why. I feel like it was, you know, kind of like popped up and then it just kind of like went away. But I seriously, you guys, I love using this eyeshadow palette. I use like these deeper shades, especially down here. What is this called? This is called Ember and Ashes. Y'all, I love these two shades on the end. It gives you like really smoky, plummy, sultry, sexy looks. Like, I really, really like this. And I feel like these purples here, like El and Fuego and Ashes, can really like deepen up the outer V for you to give you enough so that you don't need like a black, but you might, if you need a black, like of course you can grab from another eyeshadow palette, but I feel like you don't need one. So I love this eyeshadow palette. I feel like this eyeshadow palette, nobody talks about it anymore, like, and that kind of makes me sad because I still love her. Shout out to Urban Decay for making this, because this eyeshadow palette is bomb. So these last few eyeshadow palettes I'm going to mention are all from Morphe. So first up, I have got to mention this eyeshadow palette because I like it a lot. And I'm sad that they no longer sell this, so I'm kind of disappointed. This right here, this right here is all me. I feel like they just said, Simone, this is for you. All these shimmers up here, me. I love shimmers. I love this eyeshadow palette. They stopped selling it. I don't know why. I checked out the website earlier today and they no longer have the 35F on there, and I don't know why, because this bitch bad. She a baddie. She a bad bitch, and they need to bring her back, baby. Okay. I also enjoy using Morphe's 9-pan eyeshadow palettes, and this one is called 9C. This is the Jewel Crew 9-pan eyeshadow palette, and she looks like this, and I love her. Like, y'all, just get a glimpse of that. It's warm, but it also has some like deep neutrals, and I feel like this purple too kind of gives me like a vampy fall vibe, like, y'all. And the formula, can we just talk about the formula? The formula is just girl, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, y'all, so this next eyeshadow palette I am so in love with, and I'm so surprised that people don't talk about it more, because this was my favorite, or is my favorite eyeshadow palette possibly of all time, but definitely this year. Like, my favorite eyeshadow palette that launched this year is from Morphe, and it might possibly be my favorite eyeshadow of all time. Okay, it is the Coca-Cola and Morphe collaboration 1971 eyeshadow palette. Now, y'all, they just came out with Cherry Coke, I believe, which I'm thinking about grabbing, but this one right here, this was the first launch that they came, not the first, the second. So they came out with this launch earlier this year, and y'all, just let me show you. Just let me show you, okay? Just let me show you. This eyeshadow palette was just like skipped over by so many people. I saw Tara Babies review this eyeshadow palette, and she just like was so excited about it. And when I saw the swatches, I was like, girl, I gotta get that. And I have been using this every day. Every day. Today's the first day I haven't used it, but every day I'm using this eyeshadow palette. These neutrals right here, just like, forget about the color, just look at the neutrals. Morphe. This eyeshadow palette, the formula, this is so creamy, so pigmented, the mattes, the shimmers, the everything. It's like you got your pops of color, you got your blues, you got your pastels, then you got your neutrals. You can deepen it up. You can just do anything and everything with this eyeshadow palette, y'all. When I mean, I want like do you see how hysterical I'm getting? I can't even like finish my sentences because this is how good this eyeshadow palette is. It is so good. Like, I don't understand why anybody isn't talking about this. Y'all, please, it's on sale too, eh? It's on sale. This is so nice. It's so nice. I'm obsessed. I just, ugh. You guys, I cannot stop raving about this eyeshadow palette because it's bomb. It's bomb. If you don't believe me, just try it, and it's affordable. It's affordable. Just try it. It's bomb. Go get it. Last but not least, we're going to talk about this Big Daddy eyeshadow palette that I am so obsessed with. I love to use it on friends, on family, if it's like clients, so to speak, and they want me to do their makeup. I will use this eyeshadow palette because I just think it's so bomb. It has every shade you could ever need, and it's just so pretty. And honestly, the formula isn't that bad either. It is the 39A eyeshadow palette. Now, I remember this came out a few years back and it had completely different packaging on it. It had the gold and black packaging, and they decided to make it a permanent eyeshadow palette. So I purchased this a while after it came out, and I also purchased this on sale because Morphe has tons of discount codes. This, again, eyeshadow palette is so big. Like, look at it. She's so big. She's thick. However, I find that some of the shades here, like some of these crease shades, are a little bit dry, but if you know how to work with an eyeshadow, girl, it's worth it for the price point, for the amount of shades that you get, for what you get, for like how often you would use this eyeshadow palette. And it's perfect for fall. Like, look at this. Look at these colors and tell me that you wouldn't use them for fall. My arm's getting so exhausted from holding it because it's so big, but y'all understand like what the vibe is. This is totally a fall vibe. This is just, oh, it's so good. I love it. I love her. Again, I will leave a link down below so you guys can go grab this because she is just, oh, I love her. I love her. That is it. Those are my favorite eyeshadow palettes that I love to use in the fall. Comment down below. Let me know what your favorite eyeshadow palettes are to use during the fall season. I would love, love, love to know. And let me know if you use any of these eyeshadow palettes during the fall season as well. Are they any of your favorites? Let me know. Comment down in the comment section down below. I appreciate you guys' support. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I don't know if you heard what I said before. I kind of got tongue twisted. I appreciate you. I love you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.